All right, YouTube, hello. Back again with yet another video. Shout out to Q the Chaotic. I almost got his got his intro there. I watch so much YouTube, but all that stuff kind of blends together with me. But obviously, the videos are still great nonetheless. Anyways, I hope you guys are enjoying your lovely long weekend of Labor Day and things of that nature. For me, I'm enjoying it. The weather's starting to change. It doesn't feel too hot right now, and the wind is blowing just perfectly. So I figured I'd come out and drive and talk to you guys about the trend that's been going on lately as far as like the I'm quitting YouTube, the YouTube grind, the YouTube is a chore now and not fun. And you know, you guys have seen the videos. I don't really have to go into too much detail about that, but I just wanted to, you know, go into just my experience on YouTube and how I kind of stay, you know, even kill with it. I don't really do too much into YouTube. One, I'm not really a big channel, and two, I always try to keep everything in perspective as far as YouTube is concerned. So what I was seeing throughout the week was, you know, the grind is just becoming, you know, like a little bit of a stress, or, you know, YouTube is, I don't feel like doing YouTube because of XYZ. It could be a multitude of things. And what I would say to those people, and again, shout out to, I guess, what influenced this video, my boy Gibson. I'll put his link in the comment section, or the link in the description of his channel. I watch his channel a lot. He's a Miata guy, and you know, he puts up great content. But also shout out to Heavy Metal WRX, which I just say Heavy Metal Rex. I think that's what he calls himself. Sorry for the sun. It's definitely setting this way, but I just wanted to bring that up because he had recently run into some you know, some real life issues that we all go through, right? And considered quitting YouTube. So I was just like, you know what, I was gonna make a video about autocross, but I said I'm gonna save that because I am going, if you can see this right here on the side of me, a brand new helmet that I'm gonna use this weekend on my first autocross event. So stay tuned for that. That's just my little plug for what's coming up next, so you guys know at least that an autocross video is definitely coming up. But anyways, he recently had some life-changing events as far as losing employment and things of that nature, and feeling the need to, obviously, when you married, you have those pressures of you know, delivering. You got to provide for the family. If you're the provider, you know, and the head of the household, you definitely have to you know, bear that burden of, when you're losing a job, that what comes with that, the ramifications, which is, you know, when is that next job coming? When is something gonna happen? Because, you know, kids gotta eat. He has a daughter and everything, and I'm sure she's lovely and all that. And staying at home dad is cool, but it's only cool when you've been doing it and there's enough income in the house. So I digress. I just think ultimately, you know, what I wanted to bring up to him was, you know, don't let YouTube be or him and Gibson for this matter, and a few others out there I've seen. Again, I only name those two because those are the two that were on my mind at the moment. But one thing, how I keep myself relatively grounded with YouTube, because I've tried this on multiple occasions with gaming and other avenues of YouTube, but I figured the car thing, the car YouTube, is what I find more fun. A lot of the other avenues of YouTube are pretty saturated, so I really didn't feel like, I mean, granted, you can honestly say that the car YouTube community is saturated as well, especially by the big companies. But you know, I actually have like genuine fun with this, so I don't want to make this a chore. So for me, you know, how I keep myself in perspective as far as you know, how I keep everything kind of even keel with this is that I never put myself on a very strict schedule on how I need to upload. Like, there are people out there who upload, you know, once a week. Oh, I gotta do once a week, I gotta do this XYZ, right? But you got to think about it too. Like, there's things that could always happen that could change that schedule. And one thing I think what gets into people's heads, especially when they start getting subscribers and, you know, videos that hit really hard, like, you know, 2,000, 3,000 view videos, like, there are people who feel that pressure of, man, I gotta put out a video, I gotta put out a video. And I've almost succumbed to some of that pressure as well, but I gotta remember what I'm doing it for, right? So what I always do is put my job and obviously my income and stuff as a priority, and then YouTube is just the fun part. Like, once I carve out enough time to make a video, which even then you can see my uploads are kind of within a week, 2 weeks or whatever, other than with me not training, you know, when I'm not training or whatever. But my videos are somewhat consistent, but even when they go off of the normal schedule when I upload, I just upload when I feel like I want to upload. I don't feel the need to succumb to the YouTube algorithm of uploading 2 to 3 times a week or once every 4 or 5 days. I actually started trying to do that to build an initial following, but you know, I honestly just want people to follow me just for the content and maybe for the information. I'm not in it to be, you know, YouTube famous or anything like that. I really don't care for that, and I try to keep myself with realistic expectations. Like, there are some videos that do really well, and for example, the video I put out my last video about, you know, the Integra, I genuinely love that video, even though it doesn't get many views, because I like talking about stuff like that. And I knew it wasn't going to do well just because of the subject matter and everything, and I'm not that big of a YouTuber to where no matter what I put out, they're going to get views. So I enjoy those ones, even though that they don't get many views, just due to the fact that I like what I do. Like, I like the video that I put out, and I like the information that I was putting out, because I think even the little people who do watch the videos, they get that information. It's just something to be excited about in the community, and that's all. And, you know, whether my channel grows to, you know, 5,000, 6,000 subs, or stays at, you know, 500-ish or 1,000, like, I just want to make videos that I want to make. And that's one thing that I try to keep in mind when I'm doing YouTube, is that I never let it try to consume me. I never want it to be more than what it is, right? So, for example, I'd rather make a video when I'm in a good mood and I'm happy because I want it to be fun. And I don't want to make a video as if I'm treating it like a job, because then if it becomes a job, then you'd have to treat it differently. Now, granted, I do want to elaborate on like production quality and stuff like that. I do plan on trying to put a little bit more time in that, but that's only when I have the bandwidth to do so. I'm going to do it on my own time, and I'll continue to kind of do this style until I come up with something a little bit more unique, rather than just carbon copying everybody else, you know what I mean? So it's right now, like I mentioned earlier, it's kind of hard to be unique in a sense of doing the car YouTube thing, but you know, you can always find a individuality about your particular channel, rather it be thumbnails or the way you do your cameras. So I'm gonna try to find my space somehow, and make what makes my videos unique so that I could generate like genuine traffic. But you know, I'm gonna take my time on that. I've only been doing YouTube for a year, so I really don't care, you know, if one video goes viral or not. You know, I'd rather just do this for the fun of it. And I think if you keep that in perspective, it makes YouTube way more fun, and it makes it easy to do. And you know, for you guys out there who kind of get burnt out on it, like, don't treat it as you have to do something, because the people who like your content in general are gonna be there. I watch YouTube, I consume YouTube probably more than any other social media website. So whether you make a video in 1 week or 3 or 4, I'm gonna be there, and I'm gonna find the video anyway, especially if I'm subscribed to you. I usually give somebody, you know, if I'm genuinely subscribed to them based on my interest at the time, obviously, 3 or 4 months before I kind of like clean up my subscriptions and just try to tailor my needs at that particular time. But other than that, you know, if it's something I'm genuinely interested in and I'm kind of in that community and I'm making those same videos, I usually keep my subs to where they are. So, and that's, you know, for me, it's JDM content, Miata content, 86 content, stuff like that, because that's what I'm into. So I guess the overall point to this is keep it fun. Don't make it something that you feel like is work. Even with the editing process, just make it fun. I don't think you have to necessarily be a try-hard at it in order to produce good content. So, you know, because like I said, don't expect, you know, to get famous off of one video. I think if you just do what you do and stay consistent, you'll be fine. I think you would appreciate the followings that you get rather than, you know, hitting viral on one video because you spent 25 hours editing it. That would be cool and all, but I think it would be better off for you, you know, for you guys in particular, just to do it when you love to do it. We can see the enthusiasm through the camera. You know, for those of you who do the face cameras and all that, we see that stuff through the cameras. So just keep doing what you're doing, stay motivated, and always use it as fun. Don't use it as I have to do something, you know, as a chore. And I think that's all I got for this video. And again, like I said, fellas, stay tuned. I'll probably have a video out next week, depending on when I edit it. I will be going to do my first autocross event this week. I was gonna talk about the last autocross event that I went to, but I was only a spectator and only, you know, doing ride-alongs, and I was gonna just talk about my perspective on it, but I think I'm gonna just do a whole video on that. And because I've done track days, I just never did autocross, and I have a whole different perspective from what I had before I even kind of witnessed it and kind of got into someone else's car and, you know, kind of got my feet wet a little bit. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.